All right, you see this Ferrari. You see how I have the hood up. So the condenser on this one is in front. You know, some of them are down here, some are in the back, some are everywhere. But some are even underneath, multiple condensers. But on this one here, you see this big opening? This is a bad thing. But you see all this eaten up insulation? This needs to be replaced. You see, I just touch it and it turns into dust. It just falls, look at that. This needs to be replaced because what happens here, this fan is blowing in here and this becomes pressurized. But this area right here is in front of the fans is negative. It's blowing over here. This becomes very positive back here. This hot air wants to roll around and this right here would come down and seal right here. This that is missing right here would come down and seal right here. And what you want to do, this is the exit. Air comes over here, it creates a Venturi effect, and air is sucked out of here negative. But you have air bleeding over in here because this is not here. You got air that could wrap around here because this is going to be positive, and you mess up with the airflow and your little fans barely do anything. And so it's a little funky situation of air wrapping around what you want to stop. So you have to, when you have a car that doesn't have good air conditioning in the first life, like a Ferrari, Ferraris have shitty air conditioning. They didn't know what the hell they were doing when they put it in. It was an afterthought. You need everything to help you as possible. I would modify these fans. I would modify this to parallel flow condenser. I would put better sealing all the way around and from underneath. What else could I do? If I was going to redo this thing, I would do it in metal pipe and not rubber hose. And that's, you can't do much more modifications. You can change the old style Yorkshire Tecumseh compressors to like a Sandin compressor, a smaller, higher efficiency, smoother compressor with 7 cylinders. So you have a smoother pulsation. And you know, there's a few other things you could do. Actually, could you put a second evaporator in this thing? I think it might be a chamber back here. You can actually put 2 evaporators inside this thing and have rear AC too from the back and make a little small low profile thing and add another, say 9,000 to 12,000 BTUs of cooling behind the passenger seats and stuff like that. Sky's the limit. You can do anything you want. You can even put an electric compressor in here now. Totally eliminate the compressor off the engine, take out the spare tire, put electric compressor up here with dual evaporators. This thing would be rocking. I'll catch you later after I fill this up, but I just wanted to go over that. Oh, one other thing I wanted to go over is I'm not going to take this apart right now. I got to get out of here, too much work to do. But I wanted to show you the sight glass on the receiver dryer. And I look for it to be brown or stained or chunks inside of it, or it looks like different types of oils, or you know, say oil and water mixture of 2 different substances that are not mixed, stuck on the inside of the lens while it's under a vacuum. That tells me of different types of contamination. That tells me the compressor may have overheat and you have cooked oil and contamination. And if I see it's really funky looking, like a lot of rust, that tells me that rust debris from inside the receiver dryer can drop out, hit the feed straw and feed up to the expansion valve and partially, not completely restrict the expansion valve, but partially restrict the expansion valve inlet with rust particles inside the steel cylinder by the moisture content that was put in here by other technicians who never did it right. They never even did it right when it came from the dealership anyway. All right, I'll get back to you. I got to finish charging this up.